I just finished an Animal Crossing island in less than a year. To be precise, 5 months. Hello, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kayla, and today I am touring my very own finished island. Today we're going to be touring my 5-star Japanese realistic Citycore island called Pudding, so make sure you guys like the video and subscribe to join the family if you're into cozy gaming or Animal Crossing content, and let's get into it. So in today's video, I'm also going to be releasing my dream address, so make sure you guys tag me in any photos on Instagram. My Instagram is linked down below. If you guys do visit, I would love to see photos, and hopefully you guys enjoy the island for yourselves. So this is the map of my beloved Pudding, and like I said in the beginning of the video, this is the fastest I've ever finished an island. I've literally never finished it this fast, and I'm surprised at my own productivity for this island. But here we are, we got myself, myself, and I. There's no other users. And then here is the official lineup. So we have Blue Bear, Kiki, Frida, and Cookie, Goldie, Melba, Stitches, Snake, Ketchup, and Raymond. So this is basically the official lineup of this island. I know, you're probably wondering, why do you have a French fry, ketchup, hot dog, sheep on the island? But I really do like Frida, and you will see why if you continue watching the video. But below you can see the dream address, so if you guys visit and let me know what you think about it. But my map is pretty simple. I didn't do much terraforming, to be honest, because I'm not a huge fan of terraforming. I really like just dealing with what we got, dealing with what Tom Nook gave us, and avoiding the terraforming tool because sometimes it could be painful. But yeah, so the houses are scattered all around the place. I think it's fun. Maybe besides Ketchup and I'm not sure who this person is, or this villager. Ketchup and Cookie are neighbors, and they don't really have any personal bubble, personal space issues, so they're quite literally right next to each other. But other than that, they're all scattered around, and yeah, that is Pudding. Okay, so we're here at the airport. I have a yellow oh my gosh, it's an orange airport. How did I not even know my airport color? Okay, an orange airport. I swear it was yellow, but yeah, so we have an orange airport, and my native flower was, I think, mums for this island, and native fruit was apples. Anyways, we're off to a great start. Here, I dropped some stuff for you guys when you visit, so there are a bunch of clothes that you could pick from, and also some tools, of course, because we need to make sure you guys are, you know, comfortably navigating around the island. So we got the ladder, we have the vaulting pole, and immediately in the beginning, you see Kiki's house, and this is the first build. I actually posted a video of the entrance build on the channel, and it has changed so much, guys. One thing that has always stayed the same is that Kiki has a pool. So Kiki has this beautiful pool and very simple house. I wanted to keep the city vibe in the front of the island, and if you guys continue watching, you will see the back of the island is more rural. So we're talking nature and lush greenery and stuff, but in the front, it is just a city. Also, a little update, if you guys can't tell, I have a new microphone and I'm loving it. So let me know if you guys, find any difference in the microphone quality. I sure hope so, because I sure hope so. Let's just say that. But yeah, so this is Kiki's house, and we have a froggy chair. So this is basically a little bit of Gumdrop, my forever island, which is a Kidcore island. A little bit of that over here. I think it fits. Very realistic in the front of the island. And if you go to the right, we have Nook's Cranny. So like I said, my island is very Japanese style, I would say. So we have this beautiful fish flag, which is incredible, the cart banner. I love this item. I think this item is one of the best items in Animal Crossing. I also put a little, bug bucket, because we all need a bug bucket sometimes. I think this item is so cute as a decoration. But as we go to the right, we see the Nook's Cranny setup, and it's very scattered, and I love it. We have all these miscellaneous items and some fish and a little fishing rod, because right in front of the Nook's Cranny is the ocean, and I just thought it was really cute to, if they're just going shopping and then they want to go fishing, like literally within the time span of 5 minutes, they could do that. And then I also dropped this little lost item over here because I think these are so cute for decoration. My Nook's Cranny is very, very scattered and cluttered, and let me know in the comments below if you guys prefer clutter islands or super minimalistic islands. I would love to know, honestly, because I'm a clutter lover. I love clutter. So you're gonna see a lot of items around the place, and I really hope that this island is not too laggy for you guys with the amount of items, but this is my Nook's Cranny. And I think it's really cute. I think it turned out really cute. So if you go up here, I guess we're gonna start from the right of my island. We have a little park right above Kiki's house and in front of the plaza, and I think it's super cute. It's very simple, and I really like how all you need is just a little music player and then also a basketball, and that's literally all you need for a park. So very simple and cute. Oh, I also want to note that this island is basically my happy island, so I had a rule for this island that I didn't do for any other islands, that I will do whatever makes me happy. So whether it is on theme, off theme, socially acceptable in the Animal Crossing community or not, I did it anyways. As long as it made me happy, I did it on this island. So you might see some things that, I don't know, perhaps may not fit the theme, but that's okay. But if we go up here, we have the Able Sisters, and it's super cute, super kind of cottagecore vibes. I really like it. I think it's an interesting way to have an Able Sisters. So you don't have like an easy way to reach the Able Sisters on this island. You have to climb a whole vine, blood, sweat, and tears to buy like a tulip hat, which is fine. I think it's something different from the previous islands. And we have a big lake over here, or like a river, I guess, with a single fish. So I think it's just really pretty when there are kind of rivers like this and bodies of water on cliffs. It looks really pretty. And yeah, kept it really, I guess, very busy over here. You can't fit too much on here, so I just put like some trees, a little mini tree, some flowers. It's not too heavily decorated because of space, but I really like it. I think it's something different because it's not with an incline. Okay, we see Frida. She's heading towards the museum. I guess she's seeing the Beetle Fight Club. If you know, you know. Comment down below if you know. To the right, we have a little ice cream truck, and this area, I ended up making it kind of deviate from the theme. So it's not exactly Japanese Citycore, but that's okay. You know, I always tell you guys, do what makes you happy in Animal Crossing. Forget about themes, forget about rules, just do what makes you happy. So this is part of that, and I really like it. I think it's really cute, and it's kind of like in a forest, and Frida seems to be enjoying it, so that's the most important thing. We also have a little retro ice cream case over here, and I just really like how this area turned out. I really hope you guys enjoy visiting the island. Yeah, so we have lots of flowers, wheat fields. I forgot to show you guys this area over here. We have this kind of construction site down here, and I think it is the cutest thing with this little bear truck. Can we talk about the bear truck for a second? I love that this is just, Animal Crossing was like, let's just make this a default customizable option. It is so cute, and I had to put it here somewhere on this island. So we have a little truck over here and construction work going on because this is a city island, and I like the colorful tiles underneath. This was really fun to create, like this area. We're not going to talk about this area to the right because I kind of just left it like that, which is okay. But we're gonna go ahead and go to the museum, which is one of the earlier builds I did on this island. And it is so cute. It was borderline normcore, which was the goal because I think normcore is super fun to do. Let me know if you guys have a normcore island. Sometimes you just have to go back to your roots in Animal Crossing and just make things super simple and, you know, just play it like 2020. So I really like this. We have the castle walls around. We got this dude over here. I don't know why I put this here, but it looks kind of cool. We have a lot of random miscellaneous items that Blathers uses over here. I also dropped a little present from the balloon thing, so super cute. It landed perfectly there. We also have lots of creatures, which I think is perfect for a museum. And guys, look. We have a little ticket station, so you could buy tickets to go into the museum. And I'm sure some of you guys saw this on stream, the creation of this on stream. I just think it was just a perfect space for a ticket little clerk area. And then to the right, we have some more Blather stuff. We have some more creatures and a net. And this is basically Blather's study. And I like how kind of boxy this area is. So it is kind of normcore in a way because we're utilizing the fossils and it's kind of more simple. But let's take a moment and look at this, guys. Look. The dinosaurs. Oh, I love this. The fossils, amazing. Feel like I'm going into Night at the Museum, which we love. So I really like that. I just kind of took inspiration from Normcore Islands and put these 2 fossils at the entrance and 2 symmetrical staircases coming up, which I think is something I've never done before. And I really like this. I think it's super cool and definitely different than what I've done before. And then this leads us straight to the entrance of the museum. Very simple, but I really love that it's 2-tiered and they're double staircases. I think it is so cute. The inclines, oh, I love it. So I'll give you guys a better look of the whole museum in a second, like that. It's not exactly the most convenient situation. Like, it's kind of hard to get to. You can only get to the museum from this path over here. But I think sometimes for the aesthetic, it's kind of worth it. I love how Frida's just spending her days on the island staring at the water, like literally just staring at it. Too close. But we're gonna go ahead and go to the left now. There's not anything on the beaches. I want to note that the beaches are not done because I thought that I would just focus on the main island for this one. And my house is also not done. Also, Blue Bear is thinking, so we're just gonna ignore that. But to the left, we have this area over here, which I really like. It's kind of like a camping area where you could just cook some stuff and chill out in front of the plaza. It's super cute. I love all the different designs and the different heights of the Zen cushions. I think it's very cute. And as you can see, there are a lot of red pops of color around the island because for this island, I wanted red to be like the main color. So you're gonna see a lot of red and I really like that. I think red is a perfect color for a city island, especially with Japanese influence. And then here we have a little picnic. I really didn't know what to do with this area over here, so I feel like a universal kind of quintessential Animal Crossing experience is if you don't know what to do with an area, just throw a picnic. So that is exactly what happened here. I think it's very cute. It turned out very cute. We have some papers, some homework sets, a little photo frame, and lots of flowers. And then if we go to the left, we have, I think it used to be Rudy's house, so I'm really not sure who's here at the moment. I think it's Melba. Yep, it's Melba. And Melba's house, I wanted it to be very farmcore, so we have a little pig farm over here, and we have like 3 pigs that are actually just the piggy banks, but you know, we make do with what we get in Animal Crossing. So I really like that. You could use these as actual you could deposit. You're joking. You could actually deposit money in this? What? Deposit 1K bells? Oh my gosh. Oh, we're also gonna quickly remove it. Oh, no. We're gonna remove that. I just stripped that carrot bare. I'm so sorry. I knew that this was gonna be a chaotic island tour, but I didn't think it was gonna be like that. Anyways, we also have some crops behind here, which I think is perfect for the farmcore vibe for this build. And we have a golden shovel, of course, for Melba to do her little gardening and tending to the crops. But I really like this. Like I said, not really on theme, but makes me happy. So I really like animals, so I wanted to put a little pig farm. And then we have some watermelons over here. I remember like in 2021 era, we all used these to make watermelon farms and it was a beautiful time. So that's kind of a nod to that time. But yeah, I really like this area. I think it is one of the few cliffy areas on this island. And yeah, we have a little brick custom design underneath for Melba. A little fancy. And then we have a little soccer pitch. So this one's a mini soccer pitch on this island. I just really love making soccer pitches or any sort of playground or anything with sand. You know what I mean? I think they look so cute. And I also put a little bucket here. Of course, you know, there's some imperfections on this island, but nobody saw that. Nobody saw that. Nobody saw any of those two things I just did in the past few minutes. We have a little water bottle, which doesn't really look like water, to be honest. It looks like Coca-Cola or something. But I just put this water bottle here because, you know, in case the villagers are thirsty, we have some water. And then down here, we actually have a little island. So I terraformed this little island to put a Kiripi bridge, which I think is super cute. And we have the pagodas, so it makes it kind of like Zen style down here. Lots of red, like I said, because red is one of my favorite colors. I think this is a really, really cute area. I really like the Kiripi bridge next to the pagoda like that. I think it looks really pretty and kind of matches with the red. So yeah, and then over here, a little waterfall area, which I think is super simple but very cute and just brings some, you know, some height to the island. Otherwise it would just be flat, and there's nothing wrong with completely flat islands, but I like some height. And then we have a little walkway over here, which is very simple. And then if we keep going to the left, it brings us to one of my favorite parts of the island. It is Goldie's Dog Park. So I just want to, let's take a moment. So this is Goldie's Dog Park, and I was on the hunt, guys, when I was making this part of the island for this item on, I will circle it in the video, but for that item over there, it's a fossil, and I'm pretty sure it's called the corpulite or something like that, and it looks like dog poop. So I think it was just perfect to put here, and yeah, I think this is a really cute area. And if you guys are OG subscribers or viewers, you will know that on my very, very first Animal Crossing island, I also built a dog park in 2020. So I wanted to make an updated one over here, and I think it's really cute with the white fencing. So yeah, and we also have a little sign, which super cute. And then a little bench, and then a little side sightseeing, the flower trash beach. I decided to keep this in because I think this will just validate a lot of our experiences in Animal Crossing life. You know, we all have the beach that is just the flower beach. It's relatable, and yeah, if you relate to this, drop a heart. But I just thought that was really funny. And then we also have over here the ABD and a little gas station. So I like to put the storage shed, the ABD, the workstation, just in specific places around the island, so it's easy to reach them and you don't have to go into the resident services. You don't need to run like a mile to the other side of the island just to do a simple thing. So instead of going all the way to see Tom Nook, you could just come here and get some money. And yeah, it's a little gas station with a red car, and I think it's super cute. We also have the bell bag. So, you know, honestly, I was debating whether or not to put this here because sometimes when we have island parties, I feel like that would disappear. Just saying. I feel like that bell bag might disappear at some point, but it's okay. You know, I kept it in. And then we are going to Frida's house next. Frida's house is an absolute sight to see. We have a McDonald's. So this is a really fun build to do because it's like a fake building, but McDonald's. And as you guys know, Frida is the sheep that's kind of like a hot dog, hamburger, fast food sheep. So this is her very own McDonald's. It matches her house, which is super cute. And I also put these fries over here because it's just perfect. It's really, really perfect for the villager. And yeah, I really like this build. I think it's funky, and I was really inspired by this fake building build that I saw online and made my own. So I really like this one. We also have some juice over here, some fruit, because I guess if you're eating so much fast food, you also need some fruit to wash it down. Just, you know, balance it out a little bit. But Frida has her very own little scooter as well to make it around the island. We have this like same city path, like road path going around the island here. And then over here is one of my favorite areas next to my house. We have the workstation, we have the storage shed, And we also have a bunch of library stuff because I just think that libraries are super, super cute builds. So this is my kind of riverside functional area, I would say. And yeah, I really like it. You can kind of see the Torii arch in the background, which is pretty cool. All right, and down here we have a little bamboo forest situation, which I decided to turn it into like a little laundromat area, like an outdoor laundromat, kind of simple. So we don't have the machines, but we do have, you know, good old river washing. And I dropped some socks, which I think is super cute. I really like this area because it's kind of giving a little bit more naturalness to the city vibe. So I really like that, you know, just lots of greenery. We've got the bamboo trees and it leads down to the little dog park. We have a little opening over here, straight into the poop. But yeah, it's super cute. And as you guys know, I love random items as decoration. You know, give me some socks, give me shoes, give me lost items, give me bells. Like I will decorate with all of it. So yeah, we have lots of socks. And then to the left, it brings us over the bridge into, oh wait, this is my house too, by the way, guys. It's really cute. I really like the design of this house. It is a red kind of Japanese styled house. And yeah, I really, really liked this house design actually. I usually go for, you know, the good old cottagecore vibes, the cottagecore design, but for this island, I think it's perfect. And then we're gonna go to the left over here. To the left, we have a little boat docking area kind of next to the ocean. And I really love a good yacht situation. So we have 2 yachts parked over here. We got a ladder so you can climb onto it. Like I said, this island is realistic. So I tried to make it realistic like that. And then we have some fish. I guess the fish are meant to be in the cooler, but I don't know where I was going with that, but I really like that, you know, we got the mix of nature and city. And then down here, I am so excited to show you this. We have our very own Equinox. I decided to give Raymond his very own gym on the island. And as you can see, he is enjoying it. He's the manager of Equinox. And yeah, so I decided to do a little outdoor gym for my villagers and just add a little Equinox sign as well, which I was surprised to find this in the Able Sisters design portal because this is such a niche thing. But apparently somebody out there was like, I'm gonna make an Equinox custom design. I don't know why, but I guess they were a fan of Equinox, and I'm glad that they made it because we were able to use it for this island. So yeah, a little gym, and I'll give you guys a closer look. So we have all the equipment over here. We got a little yoga area in the middle, which is super cute, and some dumbbells. So we could do all types of exercise. And then I also put some lockers here with some like protein shakes, which makes it more realistic. And I really like the whiteboard here. I really love this build. I think it was a little bit of a different thing to do on this island, but I really like it. And I hope you guys like it too. And then to the right, I have a little picnic kind of binocular viewing area so you could look at my house, I guess. But I think it was just a filler area, a transitional area. I guess, yeah, like a filler area. And I think it's pretty cute. I really like this little mom's pen stand that you get in the mail as you play. So I just decided to put mom's items here on top of a really cute lace design. As you guys know, lace designs are one of my favorite custom designs in this game, so I had to do one. Oh, Blue Bear's in her royal dress. Most of the time, Blue Bear's actually in the white t-shirt, like the white undershirt. So I think she knew that we're doing a tour today and she was like, I'm gonna put on some clothes. I'm not gonna be in my undershirt for once. Yeah, so thank you, Blue Bear. And you guys can see Raymond is doing his chores. He is being very helpful on the island. Good, because we're busting our butts making bells and building this whole thing. So I appreciate that, Raymond. I really do. Thank you, Raymond. And then if you go up here, it's one of my favorite parts of my island. So we have this area over here. It's kind of like a Zen garden or something, like a rock garden. And we did this on stream, which was super fun to do with you all, and it was a great time. I think this is definitely one of my favorite builds on this island. And I also included some bamboo trees inside so you guys can see, you know, it's just in the middle of all the custom designs. To the right, we have a school. So next to Cookie's house, I guess Cookie's like the owner of the school, but I built this whole school also on stream with you guys. So we have this build, which is my favorite build so far in Pudding. And it was really, really fun to make. We got kind of 2 columns, a little park clock, and then it's very realistic. I really like how it turned out. We also have like little school bags, which I use the Rover briefcases as kind of school bags. And then, yeah, I just really like how this turned out. And then we also have some trees and like plants to the side of the building, which I think was pretty cool. And I just really like it. I'm really happy with how this turned out. Before we go up onto the cliffs, the second level in the back of the island, I want to show you guys Ketchup's house, which is the most recent build. So this is one of the most recent builds, and it's just a little fake building. And Ketchup has a dog, apparently. That's Ketchup's dog. It's so cute. I actually was trying to get the puppy plushie, but then I ended up just having the mom's plushie, so I guess it kind of works, right? This dog kind of looks like a lion. I'm going with it. And then down here we have a little playground. So I just really like it. And she also has a car over here. And then if we keep going to the peninsula over here, I kind of struggled with this part, to be honest, because I really wanted to do something grander than this, but I decided to just keep it really simple and just kind of like an area where you can dive into the ocean. So very, very natural. We got the white planks, and we got these 3 gyroids over here. These are my absolute favorite gyroids in the game. So yeah, if you guys are into gyroids too, let me know your favorite one in the comments below. But I love the bubble one, guys. I think the bubble one was a favorite in chat when I streamed doing this, but they're just so cute and I love them all. And you could actually, I think you can actually dive into, if you have a wetsuit on, I'm pretty sure you could dive, do a little running dive. But I think it's actually really cute. And then we just have some boats like that. I was so excited to show you guys this tour that I'm probably gonna go ahead and clean the beaches up and update the dream address after I upload this video. So I know, probably should have done it before, but I'm just too excited to show you guys the island. So we're gonna go ahead and go up to the back of the island. So that's the more rural part of the city. And I really actually like this part. So if we go up here, there's a little vine that you guys can climb up, and then we have the nature side of the island. So over here we have a lot of baths. So this is kind of like Japanese bath area. And I really like how they're just all white flowers. I think it looks really pretty. I think all white flowers looks gorgeous. And then I also put a bunch of different sized trees over here. A ginormous lake. So I think at the time that I was building this, I was inspired by, I think another creator built like a fully water island or something, if I remember correctly. And I was so enthralled by it. I was like, I need to do a huge lake somewhere on the island. And yeah, so I did this, and it's not as big as I wanted it to be, but I still think it looks cute. We have a little island in the middle, which has a little pine tree, and I designed this in a way so there's enough space at least at the top and the bottom so you can still do some builds and designs. But going up here, we have the fisherman's area. So this is the perfect spot, you know, if anyone wants to go fishing. This is kind of like, you know, like I said, the rural part. So little fishing area. And then this is another villager house over here. This is Snake's house. So Snake is actually surprisingly one of my favorites on this island. I know a lot of you were saying Snake is not cute, but I really like Snake. I think he's super cute, and I'm pretty sure I had him when I used to play Wild World as a kid, and I used to really love him. I think he's really cute. He's like a little pink ninja bunny. I don't know, he's really cute. So we have him, and I think he works really well with this theme. And then if we go down, we have the Secret Beach little path. So Secret Beach was super simple. It's just, boat, surfboard, candle, very simple. As you guys know, I love the little weeds as decoration as well. So I put some weeds, and these weeds are actually my favorite ones out of all of them. I really like this one specifically, or like the clover looking one. But yeah, I really like how, it's very simple. You just go straight down and it's immediately the beach. And then if we go down here, we have a little garden next to this little picnic area. And like I said, there are a lot of pops of red around, so I wanted to put an apple, just an ode to the native fruit of the island. I'm pretty sure it's the native fruit. Yeah, we have a little cutting board, and I think the cutting board is such a great item. It's super cute, especially if you put like a fruit or something next to it. It looks really nice. And then a little garden over here. I just think this looks really cute. And then to the right, we have a park. So this is like a quintessential park. We got the, the chess. There's always like two grandpas just playing chess in the middle of the park. And this is the vibe. This is what I was going for. And then, yeah, so we have benches and barbecue and just like typical park stuff. And I designed this really big because, I don't know, I feel like the back of the island, it's more spacious to run around. And I just like that. And then if you go up from the park, we have a little farmer's market thing over here. So we have a lot of different stands, and this was super fun to decorate. So we have like a little fortune teller stand over here. And then it's kind of like a flea market. So we have lots of random items that are for sale and gyroids just all around it. They're kind of like the customers. So I thought it was really cute. And yeah, lots of red. Like I said, this island is lots of red, and the trees are also red because this is a fall island. So I would say it's kind of like a fall realistic Japanese city island, which is a mouthful to say, but I think if you're looking for any sort of autumn island inspo, this is the video for you. I know a lot of you guys enjoy like autumn island tours, so yeah, I wanted to do this. But over here next to a villager house, we have the rock garden that was so hard to make, guys. The last rock was just evading me for the longest time, so I'm really happy with how this turned out. We have 2 pagodas. It's very, very zen themed, so a little less autumn, more Japanese styled, and I just really like how it turned out. I think the pink of the flowers matches the kind of cherry blossom items around here, which is super cute. I think I think it's really cute. I don't know if you guys are into like the labor of making a rock garden, but it is so worth it. And down here, there's just like a little ice cream truck thing, another one, because I think when they added the truck items, I think this is what they wanted us to do. I feel like, a food truck or something. I really like the back of this island, actually, how it turned out. But if we go up here, we actually have just some more nature, kind of natural vibes around here. Just lots of flowers and, again, like more fishing stuff. And yeah, I think these crates are really cool. This is Stitch's house. So, oh, also there's a little camping area over here. I'm gonna zoom in for you guys so you could see the kind of detail that I added. So these are 2 little camping cots and 2 packets of chips because, they each need their own bag of chips. And then Stitch's house is actually like an observatory, so it's really cute. I think it looks better at nighttime. But yeah, this is super cute. We got a little reading nook. I'm really, really happy with this area. I think it turned out really cute. Lots and lots of Celeste items. I can actually insert a photo of it at nighttime, actually. I'm gonna do that, actually. That's better. But I'm gonna put it right here. So here is another filler area, and it's just like a little garden, and I put a little like elephant watering can just to make it more realistic. And then a little zen bath. Oh, also back here, it was supposed to be kind of like a construction site again because I really didn't know what to do in this like area behind the museum. So I just threw a whole truck and I was like, or a tractor, whatever construction item this is and called it a day. I think it fits perfectly. So yeah, it's kind of like a little construction area. And then down here we have a little continuation of Blather's study, or some sort of like animal study, creature study. We got some nets, a lot of museum items, and I just really think it's cute. I really like, you know, the little the studious vibe over here. And then yeah, very simple to the right. It's just kind of filler builds. Over the bridge we have this forest, so this is very overgrown. I mean very overgrown. It looks kind of cute like that, to be honest. So initially this area wasn't supposed to be a forest, but it was kind of the area where I was storing all the trees. And then I was like, it kind of looks cute like that. I'm just gonna keep it, I'm just gonna populate it with even more trees and turn it into a build. So that's exactly what happened. We have all these different beautiful autumn trees, just different ones. And I think it looks kind of cool, to be honest. It kind of breaks up the city theme and, you know, makes it more natural, more realistic. And then there's a little walkway that leads to the plaza. And here we are. This is my island flag, guys. Look how cute. It's a little pudding for pudding. I think it's adorable. Really, really cute. And then I think the last area is actually to the left of the forest. Oh, the campsite. Yes, yes. I cannot forget the campsite. There are a lot of bridges over here, so it looks pretty cool. But yeah, here's just like a little greenhouse area. And then to the left, we have a campsite. And actually, I actually made a video of this build. So I will link it down below if you guys want to see the making of this build. But we actually saved the dream address with a campsite visitor inside. So that was actually just luck, because I just went to a random date in November when the trees are kind of these colors, and then there was a campsite visitor. So it is perfect for the build, and I think, or for the dream address, so it looks really, really cute. And yeah, this is a very autumn styled one. So it's like an autumn campsite with lots of, you know, canned goods, the typical stuff you would need at a, oh my gosh, what is this? Oh, I know. Okay. I know what happened here. So basically, I think like towards the end of finishing this island, I replaced one of the codes with this one because I was running out of custom design slots and I totally didn't see this. So I sincerely apologize for the kind of cleaning up of the wrong codes as we do this, but you know, it only adds character to the island. I suggest you guys go check out the video for this build because it is very cozy and I had a great time making it, so I hope you guys enjoy. But yeah, so there's a little like area if you guys want a little shortcut from here to the back of the island. You just go through here and then climb up the vines and then you're in the back. Yeah, that is it for the tour of pudding, and it was such a joy to make. I think it was the fastest ever that I finished an island. So it took exactly 5 months to finish, if you guys were wondering, which is pretty fast. I feel like my record time is definitely like 11 months or something, or a year. This tops all of the past times. And of course, you know, you never want to rush yourself. You want to enjoy making your islands and play it how you like. But I just got so into decorating this island that it just flew by, and I hope that you guys get some inspiration from today's video. And if you did, make sure to hit the like button for more videos like this. Subscribe, so we're on our way to 9,000 subscribers. We're literally, I think at the moment, 8 subscribers away from 9,000. So I also wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching my videos and for supporting me and the channel. It really means so much to me, and I appreciate every single one of you more than you know. So yeah, thank you guys so much, and I hope that you guys enjoyed today's tour, and I will see you guys in the next stream or video. Take care, everybody.